Hey, what is up, collectors? Diego here. Welcome to another Sports Cards Detour. In this detour, we're going to be looking at the goalie binder pages. Basically, 2 days of teasers leads into the final reveal for the goalie binder. As the pages flip through and I scan them all through, and as they flip through, I hope you guys get to check this out and see. But anyway, I wanted to talk about why the goalie, sorry, in my collection. I'm sure I stated this before, but just digging into even deeper. But back in the day, I remember when Charlie O'Brien introduced the catcher's face mask, the goalie's mask into the catcher's mask. Like he introduced the hockey style mask to baseball, and that really, I thought was really cool because I thought that's a cool mask. I just thought it was cool to have, and I wanted one because at the time I was the bullpen catcher for the baseball team, and I would catch the knuckleballer, and I just wanted one of those masks. And I said, that'd be pretty cool if I had one. And then during those time, I was playing roller hockey, so most of the time, since I had catcher's gear, they put me inside the goal between the pipes so I can be the goalie with my bootleg baseball / goalie pads. Eventually, I got kicked out because some kid that actually had goalie pads came in and played, and that was fine with me because I wasn't any good at goalie, but I still had that thing for the goalie position, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So when you start playing a sport and you get when you play a sport like roller hockey, you tend to start watching hockey to see what tips you pick up. That's just how I was. Same thing with baseball and basketball. I would sit, whatever the season was, that's what we were playing, and that's what I was watching. So I started watching goalie, which was kind of like the number 5 sport. And yes, I'm counting wrestling as a sport that I would look at, that I would watch on TV. So on the days that it was cold outside, I sit there and watch some of the hockey, and I thought the goalies were pretty cool. Yeah, but I never actually got a face mask that I wanted. I never got to make my own design, and mostly because I switched positions in baseball. I went from catching to playing second base again, and that was a better transition for me. I didn't have to catch the knuckleballer anymore because he graduated, and yeah, that's basically the end of wanting the goalie mask until right now. Now I want one. Well, when I got into collecting, hockey cards started making their way into my collection, into my boxes. And I just remember seeing Eddie the Eagle on Ed Belfour's mask, and slowly but surely, the goalie kept on adding up, kind of like a Potts collection, which is put them off to the side, where I just ended up filling like a shoebox full of goalies, like just different goalies, especially Eddie Belfour, Felix Potvin, Cujo. Over the years, it's those 3 stick out right now. Martin Brodeur, Patrick Roy, because they were good, but not really because they're masked. But that was the first thing. It was the sweater, the mask, the pads. Like there was something about that guy that just looked like he was the most fearless guy to me, because he was the one willing to take on all those pucks coming at him like 100 and some miles per hour and smacking them in the face, and he's willing to stop them. And so that took some respect from me, and that's why the pot collection started building. So when that got to like 60% done, I was like, man, I still don't know much about the goalies and hockey, so I thought playing NHL 2004, which I still play today, I thought like, oh yeah, that'll teach me about this game and what these guys are, but it really didn't. So we fast forward into time here, And I started my YouTube channel, and I would mostly show off all my baseball cards and football cards, basketball cards, wrestling cards, and maybe a little smidgen of hockey, but it wasn't so much until I started joining hockey breaks. I got into hockey breaks with Triple B Collectibles, and I just remember like getting this urge, this little itch to keep on getting the goalies. And then Bergie over at Triple B's, he ended up sending me a bunch of goalies, and I was like, oh man, I love it. So I was like, I started setting up my binder. So I had one card for each goalie that I played in the NHL or anywhere, and had them in a binder, just one per, and I went in there and I was like, oh man, that's going to be a cool binder. But it was kind of a short binder because I really didn't have that many players, I didn't have every player from every goalie from every team from every year. I didn't have that. So the binder was kind of short, but I still had a lot of cards. And I was like, I always wondered, how would I get this set up? Well, along comes Shoebox Legend Shane. Shout out to him because he gets 500 subs now. But anyway, he comes up and he talks about his buyback Franken-set. And I'm like, what the hell is a Franken-set? And as I listened to it, the light bulb went off in my head. Then I hear Beansball Card Blog Ken talk about it. They're doing the same kind of Franken-set, a buyback Franken-set. And I'm like, the Franken-set sounds like a good idea for me to do with my goalies because I have so many goalies. So I'm sure I could probably get from 1 to whatever the number was in it. And surely enough, I did. I went through the goalie box and I started getting them all into number order, and I was finding that I had multiples of one number. I'll have 6 or 7 cards for one number, and I thought that's pretty cool. I get to try and get these all situated. So yeah, I took that idea, the Franken-set, and I built it into my goalie binder. Now it's a bunch of just different goalies. It's not just the stars. I got a lot of different guys, a lot of face masks that just look so cool. And it has evolved though. It's not just the cool cool goalie face mask. It's the leather pads from the guys. I like having a little bit of the throwback cards, or not the throwback, but the vintage cards that are in there. I like having the different styles of cards that were out there also represented in this. And I just thought going from 1 to 659, maybe 660 would be pretty cool. I think I would feel complete if I went to 500, and then from 500 on, that'll be my high series, kind of like when you're collecting vintage baseball cards, you have those high series. That'll be from 501 to 659. So it gives me plenty of initiative to keep on going, but I can always stop whenever I want. And it's so fun to just replace these cards and alter the collection as you go along. Well, I think this is long-winded, as I'm pretty close to the end of this video. So I want to just say that whatever, however you collect, however you like to build binders, and that's what this kind of is. It's just a binder builder for me. That's one of the things that I like to do, make different binders, and this Franken-set was one of them. You could do it with any type of cards. I know some people are like, would you do Franken-set for something else? And I was like, yeah, I already have ideas in my head about what I want to do. I was like, I could do one for the quarterbacks that I keep, or I can do a Franken-set with now off the top of my head, I can't even remember. But anyway, I just know that you can have a lot of fun with it. It's always interactive. You can always be switching cards and revising. Go back through and change it up a bit, just to suit your urge, or you can make multiple. That's the other thing I was thinking of. I was thinking about making one that's only in landscape for my Franken-set. So as the time goes on, who knows what I'll be doing. Well, anyway, I would like to thank you for listening to me ramble as you guys get to look at my goalie binder. Not complete. I still got a lot of holes to fill, so plenty of good things still to come. But like I said, I thank you for being here. Best wishes on your collecting and the sets you're building and your Franken-sets and your vintage collections. Just have fun. And until next time.
Well, thanks a lot for looking and listening, folks. I enjoyed being with you. So long, everybody.